back, another episode in the garage. So I think episode 3. Yes. So last episode you saw me mounting the pegboard for the brushes and my drying cloths and the things I use quite a bit. And in this episode we will be dealing with conquering the one problem that I felt was very problematic, and that was lighting. We had just one single fluorescent light in the garage, which isn't really friendly with light output and electricity consumption. So as you can see behind me, and I think I showed in the last episode, I got LED bantons, 36 watts, 6500K light. Is like a cool white. So the goal was to figure out how many I need on the walls, which is very difficult in the daytime because there is still light coming in from the window, so you can't really see. So what I did is I wired them up to a plug. Didn't mount them to the wall, just to see where I am at with my lighting and how far they need to be spaced apart. I have sufficient LED bantams. I shouldn't run out, and if I do, they're not very expensive. So yeah, I am wiring them in series, which I didn't know if was a great idea, but I figured it out and it works. So I'm just going to show you guys what the current light setup is in together. Yeah, so that's all we have, and it doesn't really work. So put that off. Put the bantams on. 3 of them. So I feel that was 3 of them. That's alright. But you could possibly get a bit more, like adding another one, because if I look correctly, it's still dark here. So 4 was initially the plan that I wanted to go for. And I think I'm going to stick to 4. I even thought about taking these lights and like moving them closer to each other. Kinda ideal, but it's still emitting quite a bit of light with it spread out like that, and that's how I cut the wires. So I'm gonna be adding another one. I think another one would be perfect, and then I'll mock this side up on there. It's quite a mission to get it perfect, the wiring exactly how I need it, size and everything, but I think I'll suffice with 4 on that side, 4 on that side, and then I can add 2 or 3 on the roof. I can see how it goes and what's left for the lights on the wall. Let me get on to adding another one to this series and make it 4, and then yeah, I should start mounting it. You guys can see I've mounted the lights on the wall. It wasn't that difficult. It's very time consuming. This literally just clips. So you mount the clips onto the wall, and this just pushes back on. So I measured it and I found it would be best to mount it 40 centimeters above the ground, and then I wired it, or it was wired. I just placed the wires. I just used some cable glue over here. Cable glued the wires against the wall, and then over here cable glued that up and connected it to the main light switch. I was going to put it on an individual switch, but I found it would just be easier that if you put one light on, all the lights come on in the garage. Okay, I'm going to put you guys in the tripod, and then we're going to do the other side. So I lied in the previous clip. I didn't put no one on a tripod. I actually didn't do it. I did it days later. But I do want to finish what I started. As you can see, that side is on, it's mounted, it's up. So I have mounted and wired the other side off camera. I'm going to show you what I did. And I have quite a bit to do. I'm going to show you what all I need to do today in the garage. I built up so many things and made a few changes as I went. I'll show you guys shortly. As I said, I was going to put you guys in a tripod. I lied. I did it on my own. This is the opposite wall. I left the car in here just to show you what exactly I'm working with regards to space. This is the other side. The car can come back. As You can see the space between it. I only leave it like that so that if I do want to be in here working, it's not in my way. So yeah, that's the LEDs. You can see it's run the same as the other side. The wires there running. This one goes up behind the geyser, along there, and into the plug. And then we added the extra two on the roof, which kind of gives enough lighting. You can't really see on the score because the paint is so bad, but it gives enough lighting. There, I do want to change that one and replace it with another two of those, but that will come at a later stage. And then the next thing I did off camera was I put my chalkboard. I mounted it, and then the next, what I'm gonna do today and finish today is this. I bought the pipe to run from the tap all the way to the pressure washer. So I'm going to be doing that pipe today. I do have some conduiting for the wire for the plug, which I need to sort out urgently because that's very dangerous. So I'm going to use that conduiting, which I think is too short. Oh, that's not going to work. I'm not going to use the conduiting. I'm just going to do the pipe. I'll do the wire another time. Yeah. So the pipe will run along the wall. I bought whatever I needed to. And then I got this shelf. Someone was getting rid of it. Took it off the wall, my dad. And he didn't know what to do with it. I was like, give it to me, give it to me. I made a shelf for the house. And then the rest of it, I will be putting up there. Just to get rid of all those detailing things. The accessories that I sell off my shelving. And I'll put it up there. And then another thing is, I got a compressor. Very happy with it. It's extra silent. I had a small one if you look in the previous clip. And wow, that thing sounded like it was World War One going off in my garage. And you couldn't even think. It didn't blow enough air to even spray one wheel with primer, the face of a wheel. It was just terrible. So I ended up getting a 100-liter direct drive silent trade air. This one's decent. It stays on more than I would like, but it's only 100 liter. And the pressure is more than adequate. So let me move the car, clear that corner. I'm going to start the pipe first. Okay, so this is an adapter that goes on. It goes here and it falls onto the outlet, the tap that I showed you guys in the corner. It just has like an O-ring. Put the O-ring, the thing, and give it some tightening. I'm not going to give it some thread tape. I should give it some thread tape, but it looks like it's working. So I'm going to get something to hold here, and then I'm going to tighten it tight, and I'm going to place it. I'll show you guys. I'm going to place it onto the tap, and then this pipe is quite flexible, as you can see. Not quite, but it has flex. You can move it with your hand. So I'm going to bend it and see where I need to be exactly. I got it mounted. I wanted to run it straight down like that, like this, but the pipe doesn't seem to play along with me. So this will be hidden. There will be something over it. You won't be able to see it. First, when I run it, put it on, see if it works. It doesn't leak before drilling and screwing the brackets into place. Okay, so that's kind of the setup you saw me set up. I have a leak here, number one. Number two, I have a leak there. Yo, I think I'm winning, I'm getting somewhere. Not leaking. It's difficult to see on video, this is wet. But if I go closer, not leaking anyway. Not leaking anyway. It's wet, but you will see water dripping if it was leaking. pipe there's water flowing. So I think I've mastered the non-leaking problem. So now I'm just gonna figure out the mounting problem. Alright, so as you can see, the tap is on, no leaks, and then I hand the pipe. I just secured it with those brackets, 4 in total and 2 going up. So that's the pipe run along the wall, and it takes a slight bend and it comes up, and then that is my to the pressure washer setup. As I mentioned previously, I need to be able to remove the pressure washer at any given time. So let's say I need to go do a mobile job, I can just lift it out, loosen it, take it to the hose pipe, and then there would be a hose pipe running down, just laying loose into a bucket, just so that you can fill a bucket instead of having to take this off, that off, and then pipe with a bucket so you can fill, rinse a bucket, rinse cloth at any given time. Yeah, so that is my non-leaking pressure washer setup. I still need to sort out the wiring, and this wire which I removed. Yeah, so let me get on to sorting out this wiring. That's the most important. Alright, so complete. Trunkins in. I need to glue that wire to the wall. I didn't have enough trunkins, so I just made it all here. I'll get some more and then I'll sort out that section. Workbench is back. I'm highly contemplating putting the shelves there in the corner and putting the workbench there. I think that's gonna be the next job, because I would like the compressor in the corner out of the way. I really sacrificed quite a bit of space here. That's why I'm getting another shelf for the compressor, but having it in the corner would just be 10 times better, I feel. Yeah, definitely. So I mounted the brackets onto the board. I'm not sure if that's the best idea, honestly. I'm probably gonna have to take it off again, but I just mounted it because I need to get up there. So I need to lift the board up there, mark that conduiting so I can just cut the piece out and then mark the holes while I'm there. First need to cut the piece out, then mark the holes, drill the holes, put the plugs in. Once I get the plugs in, that's quite easy because I can put the screws in there to hold it, like 1 or 2, just to keep it there, and then Bob will be my uncle, like always. So I decided I'm gonna rather put the brackets on top. That way, you're not taking up space underneath the bracket, and that way I kinda have it level because I can put the brackets, push it up against something, and then I know, okay, maybe it won't work, but I'm gonna do it that way anyway, just because of the space underneath the shelf. The completion of this episode has arrived, and I am satisfied with all the progress that we made. I don't think there's more for me to do to the garage right now, but small little things. I'll try to keep the series alive, but the videos will be probably very short as per the last one. I squeezed most of the things into this one because I need to start working on the city golf again. I can't invest any more time into the garage. But with that being said, let me show you everything that I have done in the garage.